Okay, today we're going to make an avocado guacamole type of spread. First thing we're going to do is start with an avocado. This is a relatively small avocado, but you'll notice it has a reddish hue. Very delicious. First thing we do is cut the avocado into quarters, and it can help to peel the sticker off, but the sticker's particularly difficult. There we go. And the way I cut up an avocado is I cut it into quarters. This avocado is a little bit small, so it's actually a little bit tricky. But now there we go. This avocado is actually not that ripe, not as ripe as I first thought. But we'll make it work. Okay, so now that's up in quarters. The last quarter I'm done. Just sort of twist the knife like that and peel it apart, and you end up with 4 quarters. And the pit always ends up in the last one. So you take that, you throw that out. And now that it's quartered, it's relatively easy to peel the skin off like that. It's a little bit easier when the avocado is a little bit more ripe. This is still fine. See that nice reddish hue? Nice. The more colorful a food, the more nutritious it is. I forget what the word is. Flavonoids or phytochemicals or something like that. You should always eat a lot of colorful food. Only if it's natural. Only if it's natural. Candy doesn't count in that rule. So we peel this apart quite nicely. Sometimes the little stem part stays stuck to the avocado when you peel the rind away, so you need to be careful of that. And so now we have a bunch of avocado quarters in the bottom of a bowl. And I just chop them up like this. The point being, you just want some relatively small pieces in there. And then I take a fork and I smush them. Now my philosophy when it comes to making stuff out of avocado is it doesn't have to be a perfectly smooth texture. It's okay if it's chunky because it seems more natural that way. It has more of a texture. It retains more of like the natural side of things. Sort of like chunky peanut butter. If you like peanut butter, you'll know what I mean. And there are 2 types of people, right? The people who like chunky peanut butter and the people who like creamy peanut butter. Now I actually prefer creamy peanut butter, but I prefer chunky guacamole. So that's ground up pretty well. As you can see, we're still not totally done, but we're much of the way there. And then, we take some fat-free kefir. And the kefir not only makes it a little bit creamier, but adds a really nice tangy taste. You can also use Greek yogurt, but what we have is kefir. And the kefir, the flavor of the kefir is a little bit better. And you don't need much, because kefir is liquid. Whereas if it was Greek yogurt, I would have probably added 2 or 3 times as much. Now we use a spoon to mix it all together. And the spoon can also crush. Like I said, the avocado is not very ripe, so it takes a little bit more physical mixing to turn it into the consistency we want. If it was a little riper, the avocado itself would have, crushed up a little bit better. All right, you can crush it up a little bit more if you want, but as I told you, I like it a little bit natural. And then the last part of this, I prefer to eat it on crisp bread. So what I do is I can use Vita, which is a big favorite of mine, or Wasa. This is Wasa. It's pretty much the same thing. I think Vita is English and Wasa is Swedish. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Just smear it on there like that. and serve